Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our half acre homestead. And our world has suffered a pandemic breakout. Everybody knows about COVID-19. And I'm pretty sure it was in this country long before they said it was. But the truth of the matter is, we are in a unique position as people. They've been saying that this world has been a pandemic waiting to happen for 20 years. Okay. Now, I'm not saying I don't believe in world trade. I most certainly believe in world trade. But I'm also a nationalist. Now, what a nationalist versus patriotism. This is the only verification you're going to get. A patriot is somebody who has love and devotion to their country. A nationalist is a person who has love and devotion to their country above all other countries. Now, that can be taken any way people want, but the way I see it is we have been given a unique opportunity with this pandemic. We may not all be in the same boat, but we are all in the same storm. This is an opportunity for us as people. And I'm not just saying Canadians or Americans. I'm saying everybody across the world. This is a unique opportunity for us to have a say in where we go forward from here. And I'm not just talking politics. Okay? I think that we, as people of the planet, should step up and start demanding more protection within our own countries. Now, when I say protection, maybe I'm not so much a nationalist as a protectionist. Okay? Which means industry. What is your country good at? What is your your most abundant natural resource? Okay? If that's the case, then you look after your country's natural resources. For instance, if your country is known worldwide for growing tomatoes, well then those tomatoes, okay, should be started, grown, harvested, and packaged and sold in your country before anywhere else first. Not because the market's better somewhere else. Okay? Why have we become nations? Why has North America become a nation of shoppers? Because most of our industry is moved to other countries where it's cheaper to develop, or it's cheaper, it has a cheaper workforce. And then it gets brought back here as cheap goods so that we can spend. I'm pretty sure everybody just knows now that that's not going to work in the future. Why is that not going to work in the future? Because it didn't work in the past. All right? I'm not saying we shouldn't have trade with the rest of the world. Absolutely, we need trade with the rest of the world. But what I am saying is that our governments should be made to look after and protect our populace first. Us, the people, need protection. That means if we have natural resources or automotive industry, oh my God, the border's shut down. We can't get cotton from the U.S. Guess what? There's a lot of farmers who are going to have to plow under crops this year or not plant crops this year. What should they plant? Hemp. Because guess what? And this isn't just about hemp. This is an example. The cotton industry 10 years ago, I don't know what it is now because things have changed, but the cotton industry in the United States was responsible for 50% of the agricultural chemicals that got dropped on North American soil. Okay? Hemp you can produce 4 times as much in the same space as you can with cotton without all the industrial chemicals. And with hemp, we've got Canadian textile, medical industry. This is not just about cannabis and marijuana. You've got shampoos, you've got hempcrete, you've got paper, you've got wood, compressed wood they're making now from hemp. All these things that can be made with hemp and grown in Canada. Why aren't we doing this? Right? It would reduce our reliance on the cotton industry in the United States, period. And then, not just should we grow it here, okay? It should be harvested here. It should be harvested here. It should be made into products here. It should be made into shampoo, made into textiles, made into papers, made into CBD oils, and then sold here. And if we have a ton, then the excess goes out for trade for things we can't produce. But instead, we've become a world where we just ship all our industry off to the cheapest worker, and everybody, China's like a third world country. People earning 25 cents an hour making our dollar store crap. Why is that fair? Because we want it cheaper? I would rather pay a proper price for a hemp t-shirt or, Canadian raised wood or all those things. I would rather pay 25% or 30% more knowing that it was grown in Canada or raised in Canada or produced in Canada. It was packaged in Canada. It was sold in Canada. And that kept a lot of people in work in Canada. Okay? Now, I'm not just talking about Canada. I'm talking about your country too. We want to protect our livelihoods. Small farms, family farms, okay, used to be able to produce. I will place an article, if I can find it. My cousin Philip sent me an article about how his grandparents or great-grandparents had a 100-acre farm, and they not only their home, but they supplied pork and milk and crops and vegetables to their entire community, right? One family farm. So why are we discouraging people from keeping chickens in their backyard? Why are we discouraging people from raising their own? And that's another thing. We need clear labeling. We need to know what we are buying and where it came from. And not just where it came from. There should be a 4-step method to labeling on especially our food, but all products. Where was it produced? Where was it harvested? Where was it packaged? And finally, all those things have to be on the label. Not just where it was born or where it was sold. If it has a country of origin sticker, that should mean that it is produced, harvested, and packaged in that country. It should be at least those 3 steps to say country of origin. So we need the country of origin labels back and to be overhauled. And finally, the 4th step should be make those available in our stores first. All right? Anything we don't need should be shared in industry with other countries. It's that simple. But we need to be able to look after our own countries. If another pandemic happens and the borders shut down, we, as any country, should be not left out hanging for products, services, and food and medicine because the borders are closed. They shouldn't be left out hanging in the wind. So maybe it's nationalism, maybe it's patriotism, but it is protectionism. And that means look after our country's needs first. Look after our workers, our farmers, our factory packagers, our field people, our truckers, okay? All these people, our automotive industry, we need to bring industry back to our own countries, okay? We can't rely on other countries to look after us anymore. This is the Mrs. Wolfe from Our Half Acre Homestead saying, if you feel the same way I do, then you go ahead and send this to your governor, your member of parliament, or just share it. Because guess what? We do have a voice. And in this chaotic time, we need to be loud and very clear about where we want to go from here. Take care. God bless.